Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. In the most recent episode of Y&R the Restless on CBS, tensions run high as Billy Abbott, Jason Thompson, and Sally Spectra, Courtney Hope, discover the painful truth about their partners. Adam Newman, Mark Grossman, and Chelsea Lawson, Melissa Claire Egan, cross lines in Baltimore. And this leaves Billy and Sally blindsided. The episode explores the emotional turmoil that follows, especially concerning Connor Newman's, Judah Mackey, ongoing struggle with mental health. The unfaithfulness of Adam and Chelsea is coupled with the stress of Connor's illness. And this leaves Billy and Sally in a precarious position. The possibility of a revenge fling is hinted, and this leaves viewers on the edge of their seats for what's next on Y&R the Restless. The episode ends on a cliffhanger, and Chelsea setting boundaries. This leaves fans speculating whether she's trying to prevent a future affair with Adam, or is she setting ground rules for their ongoing secret affair? The suspense heightens as viewers wait to see if Billy and Sally will resort to similar measures of revenge. Will they channel their anger into a passionate affair, or will they find a different path to redemption? Only future episodes will tell. Get all your daily Y&R the Restless spoilers and news here at Soap Dirt, and stay tuned for updates on your favorite characters' fates. Billy Abbott had never been a man to take betrayal lightly. He had played the game of love and loss far too many times, sometimes coming out the victor, but more often than not, the fool. And yet, this time, something inside him felt different. The sting of being betrayed, again, was a fire in his veins, an ember that refused to die. Across town, Sally Spectra nursed her own wounds. The humiliation, the heartbreak, the sheer nerve of it all. Adam Newman had played her, just like he played everyone, and she'd been naive enough to believe it would end differently for her. She had risked everything, only to be discarded like yesterday's news. But if there was one thing Sally and Billy had in common, it was their inability to stay down for long. And what better way to move on than a little mutual revenge? The lights of society cast a warm glow over the bar, where Billy nursed a whiskey, staring into the amber liquid as though it held the answers to all his problems. He wasn't sure what had drawn him here tonight, but he had a feeling he wouldn't leave alone. And then, as if on cue, she walked in. Her red hair gleamed under the chandelier light, her lips painted the perfect shade of revenge. Their eyes locked from across the room, and she smirked. A smirk he understood all too well. She slid onto the bar stool next to him, signaling the bartender for a drink, before finally turning her gaze fully onto him. "Billy Abbott," she mused, swirling her glass when it arrived. "You look like someone who's just lost a bet." Her expression darkened slightly, but she nodded in understanding. "Yeah, well, welcome to the club." A beat passed between them. A charged silence that neither broke for a long moment. It wasn't a question of whether this was a bad idea. It was. But then again, when had that ever stopped either of them before? They barely made it through the door of Billy's suite at the Grand Phoenix before they were on each other, lips crashing, hands tangling in hair, fueled by anger and something far more dangerous, passion. The kind that burned bright, fast, and without apology. For one night, they didn't think about Adam or Chelsea, or the games that had been played against them. It was reckless, impulsive, and exactly what they needed. Morning came with the scent of coffee and regret. But regret had no place here, not today. Sally stretched, wrapped in a silk sheet, watching as Billy stood by the window, shirtless and deep in thought. He smirked, turning fully to face her. "I'm thinking it's time we shake things up in this town. Adam and Chelsea think they've won?" Word spread fast in Genoa City, and soon, whispers turned into outright gasps as Billy and Sally made a show of their new connection. Lunches at Society, stolen glances at Newman Media, a little flirtation at Crimson Lights. Adam's jaw clenched when he caught them in the elevator at Newman Tower, laughing at something Billy had whispered in Sally's ear. Chelsea fumed when she saw them cozying up at the bar in society. The message was clear. Billy and Sally weren't just moving on, they were thriving. Billy had a plan, and Sally was more than happy to play her part. If Adam wanted to play dirty, so could they. A little business sabotage, a few well-placed rumors, and soon, the Newman media empire wasn't as untouchable as Adam believed. The thing about revenge, though, is that it's a double-edged sword. The more time Billy and Sally spent together, the more their initial act of defiance turned into something else, something neither of them had expected. Sally realized it first when she caught herself watching Billy as he worked, his fingers flying over his laptop, his brow furrowed in concentration. He wasn't just some reckless playboy, he was sharp, determined, and when he cared about something, he gave it his all. Billy, for his part, started noticing the little things about Sally. The way she bit her lip when she was deep in thought, how fiercely she fought for what she wanted, the way she made him laugh, really laugh, for the first time in a long time. They had started this as a way to get back at their exes, but somewhere along the way, they had found something unexpected. Genoa City was never quiet for long, and soon the tides began to turn. The whispers grew louder. Was this just a fling, or was there something real between Billy and Sally? She leaned in, whispering in his ear with a smirk. "That's what you said about me and you. Look how that turned out." Neither Billy nor Sally cared for the opinions of their exes. They had started this as a game, but now it was theirs to decide. As Billy took Sally's hand that night, leading her onto the dance floor at the jazz lounge, they both knew the truth.